Is branding your company the best thing for you, for your family, for your business? Branding your company instead of you. What do you think about that? I just wanted to bring that today because I think it's something important. It's always important to discuss branding, and it has so many different aspects. But this is one that I think is really important because a lot of people have, the idea of that this is really one of the best things for them to brand their company instead of branding themselves. So I'd like to know what you think about that. So if you would, those that are here with me live, if you would drop a comment in the chat about where you're coming in from and what you think about that, as well as if you're catching this on the replay, and you can drop me, the same information. You can put hashtag replay or whatever, and let me know where you're coming in from as well, and what you think about that. Or have you ever really thought about it? Especially those of us that are business builders, and we've been doing it for a while and pretty much mostly dealing with our companies. Um, I have three important aspects that I'd like you to consider, and in our conversation today, and because it's really important to know where you stand and why, and is it actually the best thing for you, especially going forward, and especially in this day and time that we're walking through, because I know a lot of you, just like me, have seen companies close, businesses that we never thought would close, brick and mortar businesses. And it's just a concern. So think about that while I introduce myself. So first of all, hello, my name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to be able to come online and build a business, and to build that business and be effective and successful in doing so. And being able to, and when I talk about being effective and successful, I'm talking about knowing how to have etiquette when you come on social media, because there is a certain amount of etiquette. There are policies and procedures, rules that need to be followed. And if you don't know those, then you can get in trouble and get your account shut down and that kind of thing. So even like starting out at the gate, you start out and you step the wrong place, or you say the wrong thing, or put it in print or whatever, if you're not doing a live, and then the next thing you know, you're having issues with your account. So I help people to be able to know what they need to do when they come online, and how to be able to do it effectively, and to be able to build success and take that business to where they want it to go. So that is what I do. And I also like to talk about different topics that are, things that I like to share, that are a part of, to me, it's a part of when you're building a business. It's like having all your ducks in a row. And in order to be able to learn that and grow from that, and to be able to then, be successful in your business. So today, like I said, I have notes down here, so you'll see me looking down. But and I need my notes to keep me on track, for those of you that know me already, because I want to explain, and make sure that you know what I'm talking about. So when we're talking about branding your company, what do you think? I'm not seeing any comments in the chat right now. I know some people are busy and probably homeschooling and doing what have you, so listening and maybe will drop comments later. I will answer them whenever they come in, so just know that. But I'm going to go on and fill in if you don't mind. So if you choose to brand your company instead of branding yourself, I have these three things that can happen. And then I want you to think about, as I give you these three things to consider, what happens to you and your family when, certain things happen. So let me get to it. Number one, I have, what if you choose, because maybe your company doesn't align with your values, and after a while of dealing with it, you've just decided that you can't deal with it anymore and you want to leave. And you have, in the meantime, branded your company, and now you're leaving. And in leaving the company, you can't take anything with you. You can't take products. You can't take the services. You can't take, and this is going into the other things that I have here. Let me just go on and follow my list, because when you brand your company, nothing from that company, excuse me, nose is itching, nothing from that company belongs to you, right? And we don't think about that. We just think about being loyal, and especially if it's a company that we really like, that we decided to join because of the products and services or whatever, so you really like those things, and you really, don't see past that, of the things that could happen and could end up causing you problems in the long run. So what if, like I said, that you did decide that you had to leave? What do you take with you? Anything? No, you don't, because nothing belongs to you. If the company goes out of business, do you have any, thing that's going to give you something to be able to continue to take care of your family, to provide for them, to do the things that you want to do in life, to be able to just take care of your basic needs? Um, when the company goes out of business, does the insurance company for that, or, I don't know how that works, but would they be giving you something because you were, a person who branded the company? No, no. So when you brand the company, you don't own the company, so you can't get any aspects or any, parts of that company or anything that's going to help you going forward. The team that you built, and maybe you came on like when I first started in business building, and it was just me, and I had to get two people. Of course, that never really worked out for me, but for those people that were able to build a good, team, and so you've got, all these people with you, that you have went out and pretty much personally invited, and they accepted, and they came in and they started working in the company, and then they got people, and so this is your team. So if you leave the company, like I said in one of my examples, where because it doesn't align with your values anymore, and you just, are having difficulty, do you get to take that team with you? Is that team yours? No, it's not. And I have heard of legal issues where people want to take their team with them, but they, are like, no, 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 that's not you. You don't own that team. The team is owned by the company. You might have brought them in here, but they are a part of this particular company. So then no, you can't take your team with you. Um, do you own the products and services of that particular company that you branded? No. So when you hear me ask these questions and then you hear my answers that are no, these are things that I know, not exactly because they happened to me, but that I've been privy to people in our communities, in the company that I am involved in, which is an education mentorship company, um, that I have seen people, especially with everything that we're walking through. I remember reading comments and commenting, and this one person had said she had just found out on the news that her company had closed, and she had no way to get in touch. There was nothing. She was just like a fish out of water. It was just like she was just drop kicked, or dropped, or whatever, however you want to put it. Either way, however you put it, it wasn't good for her. It wasn't good for her family, and it just made her feel really bad. And and so what was she to do then? She had to start her search for a new company, and I met her in, like I said, in this company. She was I met her verbally, where we were communicating in our group or in our community. And it's a good thing that she is learning how to brand herself, learning how to build her own company, learning how to, figure out who it is that she wants to help, which would be called a target market. Who are those people that you want to help? And what is the reason? What is the purpose? That you're wanting to help these people. So she's learning all of these things just as I was learning them. And so she, may have had that, kick in the pants from being, her company just closing and not letting anyone know. But, she was already started on a path that would lead her to learn to brand herself and build her own business. So that's all so very important, because I don't think that, okay. Okay, yeah. I don't think that, I'm trying to look at my time and my sorry, getting off track. But I don't think that I mean, I think that most of us are survivors. We do what we have to do. We get where we have to get, and then we keep moving until we get what it is that we want out of life. And a lot of times, it's a struggle. So it just so happened that, like I said, with her being in this organization, in this company that I'm in, she's already learning how to do these things. But if she hadn't, and she still had some distress, because when something, it's like the rug being pulled out from under you. You're in a company one day, and you're learning how to attract people to you because you wanted to do that. You got tired of building old school, and then your company is, all of a sudden, the rug is gone, pulled off under you. They're gone, they're closed, and you found out on the news. That's very hurtful. And then when like I said, when your team doesn't even belong to you, if it wasn't that you were leaving a company or the company closed, the people that you went out and recruited, and they don't belong to you. None of those things, the products, the services, whatever it is that that company does, those things don't belong to you. You can't take them with you, unless it's like I did. I purchased a whole bunch of stuff, and it's still sitting here in boxes because I can't get, the company changed their name, the company changed their product. And so then that kind of left me kind of, holding the bag, so to speak. So I hope that you understand what I'm trying to say here. Basically, brand yourself, be uniquely who you are, and just and it's just the thing that you need to learn to do, not so much branding your company, but your company may not be there. There are so many places, again, I say, that are closed. I never thought Sears would close. I never thought that I would see J.C. Penney as one. I mean, they may have some stores still open, but I mean, the stores that I used to go to all the time, Famous and Bars one, and I'm in the Midwest. There are just so many stores that I used to go to that are no longer here. And I never ever thought there would not be a Sears. It was just a staple, but it's not anymore. So now, a lot of people are online now, and doing things online, their business online, and that's what I'm doing. So, it's really important to just be aware of these things. Think about it, because there are a lot of people that struggle with that, and I see that struggle. And I just want to let you know that, in the long run, me, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm branding myself. I'm being uniquely who I am, and then I go from there. I then decide what products and or services that I want to offer, and go from there. And you make those decisions as you're learning, but you need to be in an area where you can learn. You need to be in a position to learn, and you need to be open, maybe open your mind to that, because it's great when everything's going okay, but there are so many companies that are closing for various reasons. And I would hate to be remiss in letting you know this information, because I want you to be safe. I want you to be able to take care of your family and do the things that you need to do that. So basically, that is all I have for today. I hope that this information was valuable. I hope that it does give you something to consider, something to think about, and something to help you to make some decisions, to make some choices, especially before things would happen to you, like I said, like even with my job, when the rug was pulled out from under me. I'd been a registered nurse for almost 40 years. And, when the rug was pulled out from under me, and, my disability was, I guess, getting to be a problem. And then I went for a year, and I kept trying. I went to this job, I got hired, and then, let go, and then hired, and then let go. And I just felt like the rug was pulled out from under me, and nursing was the thing that I knew the most. And so it was really hard when that happened. It was a hard fall, but I had to get back up. My kids were still young enough that they were still at home, still needing guidance, and I needed to provide for them. So I had to do something. So I hope that this information, again, like I said, was valuable for you. I hope that it gives you something, again, to think about. And if you have any comments, questions, opinions, remember, you can always drop them in the chat, whether it's on the replay or whether you're here live. Whenever you want to drop them, I will answer you and get back with you about it. If you need to go deeper, you can always message me. If you want to ask me some more questions about this, we can always, like I said, you can always message me. So I'm just going to do some housekeeping things real quick. Keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. Still having not major problems right now, but they're still working on my internet. So, I may be going earlier, or maybe going later, or whatever. And so if your notifications on, you'll know when I'm going live. Remember that we're still walking through this same stuff we've been walking through. And so follow the CDC guidelines as closely as you can to keep you, your family, your friends, and others safe. Please remember there are people out there that are isolated. So a text message, phone call, email, or even trying to get them on a Zoom might really help them, might really lift their spirits. And for those of you who pray, remember to continue to lift us and our world in prayer as we continue to walk through this stuff and just make it through, and come out on the other side. We're going to make it through this. And that is one thing I have no doubts of. And we will be the stronger for it. So wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, sleepy time, always making the best that you can make it. Always be the best that you can be. God bless you. God keep you. And I will see you again tomorrow. Big Friday coming. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday with another topic. Talk soon. Bye-bye.